Hello, 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 people of YouTube. Welcome to another episode of What the Football, a show in which we dive right into football and what is happening in the world of football. With the season of Euros around, we've got the European man himself, Mr. Divyan Shuri. How are you, sir?
Born and brought up in New Delhi, still a European man.
हम पैदा हुए थे रोनाल्डो की जर्सी के साथ.
Uh, पर पोर्चुगल
Anyhow,
नहीं कर रहे ग्रुप स्टेज क्वालिफाई.
anyhow, as you guys can see, today we are going to put Group C under the microscope, and the main or the most culturally popular team of Group C, Netherlands. As we all know, Netherlands have not did not qualify in the past two tournaments. A lot of disappointment before this tournament. Uh, you guys can see the score on your left hand side of the screens. What are your thoughts on the squad, sir?
The squad is definitely they are missing their key defender, Virgil van Dijk. He was a crucial part even in the UEFA Nations League and even in the qualifiers. But yeah, Netherlands didn't make up in the past or the last two major FIFA tournaments. But looking at the squad, I believe it's a balanced squad. It's a balanced squad. It's not like the other teams. We will talk about them. Like they have plenty of strikers and their midfield is weak. And so in this squad, the defenders are pretty good. We have the likes of Delict, Ake, and Patrick and Blind. So they are quite. First of all, it's a young team, so you definitely expect some energy on the pitch from them because it's the young blood running through their veins. Even in the midfielders, they have quite well balanced midfield with Frankie De Jong and Wijnaldum probably moving to PSG, not longer a Barca player. And yeah, even in the forwards, they have Depay, they have the other De Jong, they have Proms. So it's not like they have the best of the chances to win the Euros, but neither they are the favorites. But yeah, they can easily qualify their group and maybe take a big team down with them in the knockout series.
That is an interesting take, but I will give you a hot take now. I don't think Netherlands are going to qualify out of their group. Like you said, I agree. It's a young squad. It is a very talented squad. Like people like Depay and Frankie De Jong and Gini Wijnaldum, when they wear the Netherlands jersey, they somehow are on super form. Like they attain just like a super Saiyan something something, and yeah, their form is great. But I have a problem with their coach. Van de
Yeah.
Boer is probably the shittiest manager to ever exist. Great player, great player. But how have they ended up with him is beyond insanity. The Netherlands have won just 4 games out of their past 10. They drew 2-2 with Scotland in the recent friendlies, pre-tournament friendlies. So you can see, and Scotland squad is okay. They did have Andy Robertson and Kieran Tierney starting, but you would expect a squad like this to beat Scotland. Like Netherlands used to be such a good squad, and they've got good midfielders. The Eredivisie has been a hub of talent across Europe always. Like people are scouted from there. There's so many talents that come up from there and go to big clubs. Even Memphis Depay being one example. He was touted as a good player for Manchester United. Couldn't work out there, but now he's an amazing baller for Lyon. So they have a good squad, but do they have enough talent to pull them through even with a shit manager? That
Yeah.
is the good right question, I think. And do you have any answer for that?
Oh yeah, if I would have the answer, I should be on ESPN, not here. But I mean, like that's a pretty valid point. I completely agree to it that even they have a quite a good squad, but even with the manager like Frank, things are really gonna get tough for them, no doubt. But if you're gonna look at the squad, oh, not the squad, sorry, the table, the group in which they are embedded, it's like the only threat I believe to Netherlands would be Austria for me. Like, yeah, Ukraine would be on their best days, can put some, difficulties to the Netherlands squad or the team. But I believe if they're gonna face a real challenge or a real competition, it would be definitely from Austria. So yeah, that's why I said that they would manage to get out. Oh, I mean, like qualify at least the groups, at least.
Yeah, that's speaking of the squad and the players, we will be coming on to the rest of the group and we'll make our
Yeah.
predictions, of course. But speaking of the good players, do you see any young players standing out or having a good tournament? Or who do you think will be key for Netherlands?
Definitely, Netherlands. See, what I personally believe is like to stand out for any player, you have to play matches or you have to need some minutes with the big squads or the big teams that are already playing in the top five European league. Like you're gonna just take example of Delic uh, with Ajax, he was not a bad player. He was definitely a great player. Like we all remember the UCL 2018 season, the campaign they had, it was just off the roof. But coming to Juventus and playing with the top level players, so it evolves a personal game of the player. So I believe they are all young, right? So the players like Delic or Frankie De Jong, Wijnaldum, the players who are already or have given the exposure for playing for the big leagues. They're gonna make big for me. Okay, so that was my view. What are your thoughts? Who's the player that's gonna stand out for them?
So I've been looking at Daniel Malin. I think everybody has been looking at Daniel Malin as a youngster. If I am looking at his stats, he's got 27 goal involvement this season. He was Eredivisie's highest goal scorer. As a 22-year-old, that's a lot to do. Uh, apart from that, there is Cody Gakpo. He got 10 goal involvements in around 1600 minutes. Another 21-year-old forward. So the Dutch have always had these good pacey wingers. Like
Yeah.
they had Hakim Ziyech and they had Luciano Nursing. There was Steven Bergwijn who has not been selected because of his injuries. So that's I think that's about it. That's that those are kind of my players who I would like to see some minutes.
I mean, like even I would like to see Van Persie, but it's like not possible. Okay, so now let's move on to the other teams that are present in the group apart from Netherlands. So yeah, you can pick any team and just give your thoughts on that.
So my ranking, I genuinely think Netherlands are not going to make it out of this group. I don't care how talented they are. Uh,
New clip
it,
incoming. New clip incoming.
yeah, yeah, I don't care, man. So like I was saying, I don't think Netherlands are going to be making out of the group. I think it will be Austria, Ukraine, Netherlands, and then North Macedonia, until and unless North Macedonia don't decide to just screw everybody up, and that will be something to cherish. Austria are a very well regimented side. They have a lot of good Bundesliga players: Konrad Leimer, Stefan Leiner, Marcel Sabitzer, David Alaba, the captain, and the new Real Madrid signing, of course, and yeah, so players like these, they Baumgartner from Hoffenheim, I believe, and Grealish. So they have a very good squad. They've been they've had a few problems in scoring in these pre-tournament friendlies, but I believe that is because Sasha Kalajdzic just came off from an injury, and Marko Arnautovic is not playing. Yes, he still exists. He just went to China. So this is what I believe the groups are going to be. What is your prediction for the groups?
I would be backing up Netherlands. I mean, like, yeah, Austria can be the big upset and maybe top the group. But for me, I would just go for the safer side and choose Netherlands for the top. I definitely Austria is making it out of the group stage. So yeah, second Austria, and then Ukraine, and then North Macedonia. Simple.
So basically, Ukraine and North Macedonia are qualifying.
Yeah, based on the past record, they are.
Anyhow, guys, this is going to be it for today's episode of Group C, I believe. Make sure you post your key players and whatnots in the comment, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.
Yeah.